No, it flips to the fucking.
Well,
Hey, mijos, can you see us? Can you hear us? Hello, from the pool.
hello. I'm gonna have my phone too, so I can kind of see if you guys are writing stuff.
Yeah, because I can't. I don't know what's
Let me
going
see.
on. I see Jimmy,
I'm gonna click.
Brittany,
Hopefully, it doesn't interfere. Oh yeah.
Mike. Hello, hello.
Okay. Yep. I can hear.
Sweet.
But look, we're sideways.
Oh no! How do we? Who knows how to do this, y'all?
Listen, we said we are not sure if this is gonna work.
Yeah, this is the first
we're
time we're
here.
doing this. Exactly.
We're in a pool,
Right.
and we're gonna talk about some pool movies.
How do you fucking do the flip?
The rotation of the goddamn thing.
There's Rich. Says IMAX. Live from IMAX in the pool,
I
Rich.
wish,
We
I
actually
know.
used the exact same techniques Nolan did for the Odyssey. And this is for free. How much you guys have to pay to go to IMAX to see Nolan's new movie?
Man. Yeah, are you guys gonna go see that movie?
Everybody's gonna go see that movie.
Not me.
Well, everybody in the chat.
Oh,
Are you seeing yourself in
I
there?
guess I'm not in the chat. Yeah, it's still sideways for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to do sideways,
Ooh, the whole
which
vertical.
is
Let's see.
annoying because we're not.
Maybe that's just how lives go.
Well, no. If we turn our phones to the side, Mike, we look like this, and then you don't get to see both of us. So, if anybody knows how to go live horizontally on YouTube, let us know. On your phone, I mean. Mike's like, you could turn your phone. I'm like, I know, Mike. I just mean, how do we make the phone vertical or horizontal instead of vertical? But there was nothing but flipping.
And I can't even hear. Now I can't stop this.
What?
Well, it's live,
We're live.
but it's like delayed, so it's throwing me off.
Anyways,
Hi.
we're just gonna do it like this until we figure out the other shit, I guess.
Yes.
So, but we're here, and you
Hello.
guys are here.
Thank you for coming in and joining us in this pool on this hot day over here.
It's how hot is it?
Right now, I think it's 91. Usually pools are freezing out here, and I got into her pool and it's like 80 degrees. It's amazing.
This is my apartment pool, but it's my pool.
It's gigantic. It is her pool. She owns it.
Yeah, I wish. This is the apartment complex. Luckily, there's nobody here but us.
I know.
It's very nice.
It is a Thursday, so maybe people are just, and it's super hot.
We live
People are
in
probably
a
just getting
place where it's an apartment complex that's full of senior citizens. And so everyone's really nice and quiet. And I'm basically like an old person, so I love it here. Anyways, Rich is like, is this OBS? No, of course not, Rich. This is my phone.
I forget what
How
OBS
you guys
is.
don't understand this is the phone? We're in our pool.
Also,
in the
cheers.
pool. Yeah, salud, salud.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Salud, salud. Kenneth says that we should do a remake of the movie Thelma and Louise.
I'm down. I'm down to do it in real life.
Are you Thelma or Louise?
Ooh.
Are you Gina or
I'm-
Susan?
I think I'm Gina.
Huh.
'Cause
I
she's-
love both of them, so I'm good with either
But I
one.
think that you're just the smarter one of the duo.
You think I'm smarter?
Yes.
Because you're stronger. You're the stronger one.
I think they're both strong.
No, I mean physically. Like April, I will, rage fight someone for you, but you can actually take somebody down because she does weights every day.
Yeah, I have a lot of rage too, so maybe that's not a good idea.
But anyways, we got more people because we're live on the shorts area, so we get random people. So shout out to Brittany, Jimmy, Mike, and then we got Rich, Kate. We got a bunch of our nice people, but then look at this guy, missing no texture. Shut up. Shut up. It's not cold. It's 90 degrees in here, or not the weather's 90 degrees.
The pool's like 80 degrees. Tell
Yeah.
that bitch, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully you guys can hear us all right. We're going to be talking about our favorite pool movies in horror.
Yeah.
There's a few of them.
You know more than me. I know like just a couple, but we should also talk about like pool kill scenes.
Okay.
You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to honor Sam Neill because
Of course.
he was my first boyfriend ever. And we also got the news this week that's important to our interest because we're the biggest Freddy fans. And apparently there's a new Nightmare on Elm Street that's coming finally. So April's not happy about it. So we're going to talk about that. And whatever the hell else you guys want to talk about.
Yeah.
So if you have never been here, we call ourselves the Horror Hos. We are middle-aged women, Latinas, Mexicana, Meximala, and we love horror movies. And we actually grew up watching them in the 80s, unlike a lot of the youngsters that are on YouTube that are just discovering all these new movies. So we love talking horror movies. We don't love influencers. We have some friends that do that job, and we respect it, but we don't like to lie about movies to promote them. We like to be honest about that shit. So, what else am I missing?
Correct. I think that's it. Those are the top 3 things. Oh, I finished Widow's Bay.
Oh, that's right.
I finally finished it. I know Brittany
Tell
knows
me about
out
that.
there.
Tell me you loved it.
I thought it was great. If you guys have not watched Widow's Bay, I know everyone told me to watch it when it came out. I put it off, finally watched the whole thing. I was very impressed with it. I think it's a strong recommendation. If you've not watched it, go watch it. Loved all the characters in it. My favorite episode was episode 8 because it's kind of like a slasher throwback episode, and it's great. That's it. I really wish though it would have just ended and not, because it leaves you a little open-ended. So there's a second season coming.
You wish it was just one season.
I wish it was just one season. I don't want
I get
more
that.
of it. And that's why I don't like TV shows.
I get that. I'm with you that usually the best TV shows are shorter seasons for sure. But I thought it was a great show. And speaking in the past as if it's fucking done, it's not dead. But my favorite episode was your favorite episode for a while. My favorite episode was the Ty West directed episode, where they go into the flashback, and then you loved it, but then you saw episode 8.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
tell
that
them
one-
about that.
Well, episode, like I said, it's kind of like a slasher episode. It's almost like a dreamy dream sequence, and it's mainly like focused on Patricia. You guys know that character. She's a fan favorite of everyone.
Oh! See, it's gonna fall in the pool. My phone's gonna fall in the pool. That's why we're putting it back. All right, continue.
But I don't want to ruin the episode. I just think that it's my favorite episode. And all I was going to say, there's maybe a slasher in it. And then there's a scene that was just like put the cherry on top of that whole goddamn episode that was great. That I feel like Dorina and I, or any seasoned horror movie fan that has watched a bunch of movies and is constantly yelling at the person that is about to get killed, to do. And so yeah, anyways, it was great. Episode
Yeah.
8. Episode 8. That's all I have to say. I
Yeah.
don't like ruining stuff. Just go watch it.
I think this thing's annoying, so I'm gonna
Okay,
put
well,
it on
take
the
it off.
ground.
Take it off.
I'm gonna put it. Take it off. That's what they want.
Yeah.
So yeah, Widow's Bay's great. Y'all should watch it if you haven't. If you've seen it, let us know what you think. I think it's the second or third favorite show of the year. After Interview with the Vampire, of course. Vampire Lestat season 3 is amazing. One day, April's gonna watch it with her friend Steve.
Perhaps. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Posiblemente.
We'll see.
Yeah. And then look at Nathan says, get rid of the bangs. Nathan, get rid of yourself. No, I'm kidding. Never do that. Love yourself. Love others.
Never.
Have fun in life. Enjoy life. Stop whining about stupid shit. And if you don't like your life, change it. That's our recommendation.
That's a good one.
What else? So Widow's Bay is great. New Nightmare movie. You're mad about it.
Yes. So Fred Krueger is one of my favorite horror icons out there. I grew up with him. My favorite franchise out there. I pretty much love every single movie in the Nightmare series, except for that remake that they made in 2010. I don't even think about that one.
The Jackie.
Some of you
Earl
guys
Haley.
know this. I think that they need to leave Freddy alone. I think he's such a juggernaut in the world, and I know people want to bring him back and honor him and just keep going, but I just don't see anyone else playing Freddy, even if like Robert Englund came back and did the voice, I would watch it, of course, but I don't love it. I think he's just so iconic. He's very different from Jason and Michael because he does talk, right? He's like Chucky. He interacts with his victims.
Yeah. As opposed to Michael and Jason,
to get someone,
other people can play them. Yeah.
Yeah, to get someone to replace him. I mean, I don't even want to replace. I can't stand this news. I hate it. I know it's gonna happen. We'll see. Robert posted about it, so I don't know. Maybe he has a hand in it. Maybe he's gonna be Freddy, even though he said that he's done playing Freddy.
Well, when did he say that?
It was a while back.
What if he needs money?
He needs money.
Like it's modern times. Don't all my friends need money? Everybody's struggling right now. So maybe Freddie's struggling too. Because here, what could happen is that they do what you were saying, where he's older and he doesn't want to get in the makeup. And so, they have the technology nowadays to do de-aging, deep faking, all the things to do him actually doing the voice, and we get him as Freddy again. That's a good way of getting him to do it again.
Yeah.
I'd be cool with that. What I would not love to happen is if it's like Halloween Ends, where it's the fucking Michael Myers Padawan situation, where Michael just has a literal Padawan.
And we all know how he felt about that, guys.
The best line in that movie is, "I hope you find love." So yeah, I would not be cool with that. I don't love, and that's why we love Scary Movie, because they actually made fun of that. The new Scary Movie, they make fun of how every franchise has basically had every single fucking character grow up, get married, have kids, and then the kids become the new characters. So they kind of did that with Michael Myers.
Yeah.
And so nobody wants that. So, and then having said that though, we love Doug Bradley as Pinhead, right?
Yes.
We love the original Hellraiser. Hellraiser 2 is great. The other one's not so much. But I didn't mind the remake. I don't know if you saw the one. I forget, Jimmy, you know her name. Who's the actress that played Pinhead? In the Hellraiser reboot, Jamie something, I forget her name, if you can remind me. Did you see it?
I did see it.
What'd you think?
I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. I thought it was gonna be worse, and I didn't hate the design, like the way the Cenobites looked.
That was a straight to streamer, right? Kind of a movie.
Yeah, I saw it at like Beyond
2020s
Fest
or something
screening.
So it was like COVID-y times, I think.
Yeah, I think it was a Hulu thing.
But yeah, it wasn't bad.
Right. Lego said it. It's a Pinhead is Jamie Clayton. Thank you. That's exactly who that is. So yeah, that was cool, but I feel like that's still more doable than Freddy for other people to play.
Robert Englund is just untouchable in my mind, in my eyes.
I'm with you.
So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see what they do with this new one. But yeah, hopefully it's not, Nancy has kids and it's her kid, everything that they did with Scream or any other fucking, like what Dorina just said.
Exactly.
So, whatever. We'll still watch it.
Yeah, of course we're going to see it. Okay, so let's talk pool.
Pool movie.
We did this dream because you wanted it.
I
We're
did.
here in the pool. You love pool movies.
Yeah.
Take it away.
I would prefer to do it like more in the sun, but then we can't really see. Obviously, I love pools. If you guys have been following us, I mention it multiple times. Whenever there's a pool scene, mainly like a crispy, nice pool that looks like this, right? Nice and blue. But there's so many movies out there that are in horror films that are iconic pool scenes, and I don't even know if I should start with like my top favorite or if I should go. I think one of my favorite scenes.
Can I guess?
Yes.
I'm gonna guess the Strangers movie. That's like on your top 5.
It's in my top 5.
It's not your top, but it's in your top 5.
It's not my top 5. It's not my top.
Which one? What is that one called?
Strangers 2. No, it's just called Strangers Pray at Night.
Pray at Night.
But it was this. I can't remember what year it came out. 2013 maybe.
They play.
No, sorry, 2018.
Total Eclipse of the Heart. R.I.P.
Yes.
Bonnie Tyler, who just passed away.
I know that movie. If you haven't seen the movie's fun, you should watch it. It's not that bad. And that pool scene is iconic because not only is the pool beautiful, but it's like this motel that has all this neon trees, and like it's a nighttime scene, and it's just great because there's a transition from outside of the pool under the pool, outside of the pool, under the pool, and that was just. I mean, that's really good. That's probably my number 2.
Yeah, that was shot really well.
Right.
That's the same guy that did what other movies that you like? Was that the Primate guy? Or is that somebody else?
So Johann. Wait, no, not Johann.
No, I think you're right. I think that's correct.
Johansson?
No, that would be Johan Johansson, one of my favorite composers, who also passed away. We love Johan Johansson. He composed Mandy. And he composed the music for Arrival. He's great. Okay. But it's not him. But it is Johan something. It is
Johan something. Yeah. I'm so sorry for forgetting your name at the moment. He also did Primate. I would like to meet him one day because I want to know. That I have a feeling he has a thing for water and pools as well, because there's a big pool situation in Primate if you haven't seen it. Also, which I loved. I thought it was great. Go watch that one. And he also, I think, did 47 Meters Below, which is an ocean movie, which I also done.
Is that a shark movie?
It is a shark movie.
You love shark movies.
It was fun. I love shark movies. We should do a stream on shark movies. But yes. So
Stranger Night. So then what's your top?
The scene in Let the Right One In, the original.
Really good. Not the original, not the American remake.
Right, yes. Not the remake. The original is my favorite scene because, again, it's a massive pool. The whole movie is amazing with this connection of these two young kids. And I'm not going to spoil it, but there's an amazing pool scene at the end where you go underwater and there's just like this, when you go underwater and you can hear things but they're muffled, and there's just a great auditory visual scene at the end, and then it's just like the cap of the movie, and it's perfect and it's beautiful. So that's my favorite pool scene. And it's a great pool too.
I should have thought of that, but I didn't even think about that one. That's a really good point. I remember that was excellent. That was excellent. That's just an excellent movie overall.
It's such a beautiful scene.
That's a really good point. Really good point.
That one is great.
All right.
Do you have one?
So when you said shark movies, you know what came to mind? It's the stupid scene in Deep Blue Sea.
Oh, wait, remind me.
Because when the fucking shark lunges at like the actual, like breaks the window where they're in, because it's so dumb. Which also reminds me of Jaws 3D.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah, like I don't know if you've seen that recently, but
it's been a minute.
It's so terrible.
Yeah.
Obviously, the first one's a masterpiece, and the third one and fourth one are garbage. But the third one's so funny because it's 3D, and I remember watching it in the theater in 3D as a kid, and it scarred me for life because I was so scared of sharks when I was a kid. But there is a scene where because remember they're supposed to be in like a SeaWorld type of resort. I don't know if you remember that, but they actually like break through that tube. Yeah, and it looks really shitty. But if you're a kid, you think that's scary, of course, right? But you watch it now and it's so bad. So that's what it reminded me when you said, like, what's your favorite pool movie? And you said
that's
shark
hilarious.
movies.
Okay,
So,
that makes sense. I like it.
There's a
I'll
few.
take it.
There's one we haven't seen, Night Swim.
Yeah, I almost watched it last night for the stream, but I fell asleep.
And then there's another one called Swim Fan that I don't know if that would be horror more so than like psychological erotic thriller. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I didn't love it. It was like early 2000s, late 2000s, Fatal Attraction kind of premise where the girl becomes obsessed with a guy
that's on it. Bring It On.
The kid from Bring It On, the brother, right?
Exactly.
And I don't remember his name. Yeah, it was okay. I didn't really care for that one.
Yeah, so
there has to be more of like an iconic scene with the pool.
Yeah, no,
and the pool has to be again looking like this for me to be like,
oh, for sure. I mean, that's why we like The Plague.
Yeah,
because that was excellently shot as well.
The Plague came out early this year, right?
For
earlier
sure.
this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of them, actually, I see Leonard talking about it. Pool scene in Jennifer's Body technically counts, and that's also an iconic scene.
That's
because
on the list.
She's wearing the iconic dress that she's going to prom with, and it's all bloody. And that's when they built that really cool practical effects of her actual like jaw. I don't know if you've seen that, where like they put like an extra prosthetic on her.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And it looks super. Like I wish they still did that, and
I
now it would
know.
all be CG.
Right, yeah.
Right, as
It's
opposed to
just
like a
easier.
combination of that and practical effects.
Definitely.
So there's also
Great call, Leonard.
yeah, great call in it. There's also what's the fucking crawl? Did you see that?
Was there a pool in that?
Well, I mean, does it count? That's what I'm asking.
I would say Crawl does not count because that's like, I think it's in Louisiana. I mean, I guess the basement becomes kind of a pool.
That's what I mean. Like you want like an actual pool like this,
But speaking of
like strangers.
alligators, there is a movie called Alligator from, I think, the late 80s or the early 90s. There is a scene in that movie that fucking traumatized me when I was little. I'm just gonna spoil it for you. And it's a nighttime scene. It's a party scene, and there's all these kids at the party. I think it's Halloween because they're dressed up like pirates. And the pool has a diving board, and so they're like, "You're gonna make little Jimmy walk the plank," or whatever his name was. And so they put they blindfold him, and they're like, "You gotta walk the plank, walk the plank." And they push him. He walks the plank, and then they push him into the pool. And the scene is the little boy falling into the pool, and then you see the alligator just go rah and like eats the kid. I was terrified, so I had a big problem going nighttime swimming for a while. But I should have known. Like I don't live in Florida, so we should be okay. But if you live in Florida, that's why I think they have a lot of covers on. People that have pools have like built covers.
Yeah, because they fucking show up in there. Yeah. I love that.
But respect the alligators as well.
Rudy, so we just mentioned that do the scenes in Just 3 technically count as pool scenes. So we're talking about all of the things. That's what came to my mind because it was so stupid and it's such a funny image. But everything counts. Like April's focusing more on actual pool scenes, like that's the shit that happens in a pool, and it can be a horror movie, thriller, whatever. But I feel like they technically film some of those scenes in pools, so
yeah,
you could bring that up.
Yes,
in
absolutely.
my opinion. So, what's another one?
Yes, someone mentioned that the little boy's name is either Raymond or Ramon.
Ramon?
Probably Raymond, because he was like a little blonde boy, I think. Raymond. What else do I have for you? Another top favorite of mine, there's a movie that actually David Cronenberg directed called Shivers
Hell
from the
yeah,
70s.
That's right.
And there's an iconic scene in that, and it's a movie about this like parasite that basically transmits through sex. And
so people say it follows copy Shivers.
Pretty much, yeah. And then the end scene, there's a big pool scene.
Yeah.
That is iconic, and I remember watching it when I was little. It was on TV, and they showed a lot more on TV when I was little. There was a channel out here that was just like, whatever, we're gonna show a lot of graphic stuff. So my parents were just like, yeah, whatever, just watch it. You know, it's fake.
It was better before.
And I watched it, and it was freaking scary.
Yeah,
it was scary to me, but I was like, I don't want to be an adult.
Mike says he watched Shivers and he liked it.
Shivers is great.
Look, you know me and Cronenberg. I'm always gonna say fuck yeah. The only one I didn't love is The Shrouds, which came out, last year, which some people loved. I had some issues with it, but I still always am gonna love what he has to say in his messaging, even if I don't love the movie.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No, I never saw that.
I don't think you would like it, but you gotta rewatch those other ones I told you. Yeah. We were talking about it yesterday.
We were.
Yeah. What else you got for us, pool movie wise, or pool scenes?
Pool scene wise, well, to get one. Now we can go into like the gross pools, and obviously the one that everyone knows, Poltergeist.
Hell yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
That's like my nightmare. That's an actual pool nightmare. We're falling into. I mean, the pool wasn't even built, right? They were building it. They're digging it out, and then she falls in. It's raining, and then not only is just like a gross pool full of mud, but there's also dead people just popping out left and right. Disgusting. So yeah, it's just gross. But there's also a movie with Jennifer Connelly.
Which one?
The cover, it was about these like insects. Like she could like communicate with insects. And it's very similar, where there's like a pool scene where she falls in and there's just like a bunch of gunk in there. You guys help me out. What is the movie called? It's something with a P. It's not Possession.
No, it's not
But
Possession.
It's something like that.
Which we will be talking of. Phenomena?
Phenomena, yes.
Lego,
Thank you,
Lego
Lavender.
knows.
Yes.
I think it's Lego who's in our Discord.
Thank
you. But Phenomena, yes.
Phenomena. Something like a phenomenon.
Hell yeah. Also, Thomas, we did mention Let the Right One In. April says it's her favorite.
The
pool
best
scene
one.
ever,
The best.
which I kind of concur.
The best one.
Steve also mentioned that, as well as the remake for which is called Le Mien. Steven says the pool scene in Boogie Nights.
Oh, hell yeah. That's a great pool, too.
And Lando says the pool scene in Caddyshack.
Yes.
That's funny.
I love a good pool scene, guys.
Oh,
You give
Final
me a good pool.
Destination. Pool
Oh
scene.
my god, I can't believe I forgot about
How
that.
did we forget?
That is terrifying. That's a thing that has scared me since I was little too, is getting sucked into the what is it called? The filtration whatever it's
system.
called.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Final Destination, that's a great one because that guy was a fucking prick and he deserved that death. And it was fantastic. Just suck his fucking innards out. And there's a pool called 12 Feet Deep that I forgot about that I did
A pool
see.
or a movie?
It's a pool movie.
There's a pool
There's a
called
pool.
12 Feet Deep.
All pools should be 12 feet deep. This is actually something that I really stand for.
Right.
Well, if you build a pool out here, at least in California, you can only now build it to 5 feet or like 5.5 feet, which is bullshit. If I ever buy property, my pool is going to be 24 feet deep. Just kidding. But at least 13 feet.
But then the Final Destination pool scene that Rich is talking about could happen. That'd be scary.
Oh, it has? They took it from... That's terrifying.
Yeah.
But in this movie, 12 Feet Deep, it's about these two girls that get stuck over... Actually, I think it's like... I don't know if it's like over a period of like a week. They're in like a YMCA or something, and then one of them drops like a piece of jewelry and it gets sucked to the filtration. And so they both go down. Oh, one of them goes down to fetch it. Her hair gets caught. And then the sister comes down to help her. While that's happening, they're closing down the pool, and the guy like that is closing down the fucking pool area, the cover is like closing because he's covering the pool because they're closing the pool for the week. And then they're stuck underneath this like fiberglass, and they just have like that much to, they can breathe, but there's like a foot of just air, and they're stuck there for however long, and then stuff happens. It was okay, but that's terrifying.
That one scene stayed with you for sure. For sure.
It's scary.
Jimmy's saying The Faculty.
Oh my God, yeah, of course.
That's a great
Yes.
one, Jimmy. We
Faculty's
forgot about that
great.
one. Brittany says Phenomena Dario Argento.
Yeah, yep. Mhm.
I need to rewatch that because I clearly don't remember
We should
it.
rewatch that because
I'm
I
down to
hardly
rewatch
remember it,
that.
but I remember there's gross pool in that.
Yeah. That's right. We're happy that Lego is back and she's in our Discord.
Yay! Hi, Lego.
We're happy y'all are here.
Thank you guys for coming and joining us.
Are going to get out of here soon, but I do want to talk about, and please mention more pool scenes. The birds are saying hi. It's the crows. We love the crows. So I do want to talk about Sam Neill a little bit because I fucking love that man. I don't usually get sad when celebrities die, like a lot of people, because I usually get sad when musicians die more so.
Yeah.
But actors, it's a very specific one. And Sam Neill actually made me sad because that's somebody that I grew up with. I know everybody knows him from Jurassic Park, but the first time I saw him was in The Omen and 3, obviously, and then in The Mouth of Madness. So, and Possession. So he was a horror fucking master for me before I even saw him in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And I was obsessed with him. He was one of my first crushes, along with Harrison Ford and Chris Sarandon.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's one of the best actors that's ever lived, and he could play sweet. He could play a terrible, shitty person. He was amazing. And I'm sad he's gone, and I'm very grateful that he existed and that he gave us all these amazing movies. And if you have not seen specifically some of the movies that I mentioned, I think In the Mouth of Madness remains John Carpenter's most underrated movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And most people don't talk about it, right? Most people talk about Halloween and The Thing, which are great, but I guess people talk about They Live as well, which is good because They Live is a documentary.
Right.
So,
I know. Surprise.
Yeah, it's real. But In the Mouth of Madness gets unmentioned sometimes. I feel like Big Trouble in Little China gets praised a lot as well, which it should because they're all great. But In the Mouth of Madness is amazing. As Lego says, deserves more attention. Agreed. So, anything you want to say about him? You don't care as much as I do.
Yeah, I respect him. I respect his work. But I was not a huge follower of his. But like I said, I respect everything that he did. He seemed like an awesome dude as well.
Yeah, he seems sweet.
He seemed genuine. And so yeah, it's a huge loss, and it sucks that we lost him.
Yeah.
And we appreciate everything he's done.
Fuck yeah, Event Horizon's pretty great too. Yes, Mike. Yeah, if you look at his resume, it's crazy long. How
Yeah.
many movies he made? He was also very nice to all these farm animals.
I
and
know.
He was such a
all
sweet,
those videos with him. It's
such
just
a
so
sweetheart man.
And you just
Do you read
rewatched
Sutter Kane? Dead Calm
Dead Calm, which I'm gonna watch next week
at the New Bim.
at the New Beverly with Misery. I'm doing a double feature. I'm very excited about it.
What a double feature!
But there's a real funny scene at the beginning of Dead Calm. Or a car accident where
So last night I was rewatching Dead Calm with Frank, and because I hadn't seen it in so long, both April and I saw it in the theater when we were kids, but it'd been a while, and I remember certain scenes. I do not remember how it starts, and I don't know if you guys remember, but it's Nicole Kidman driving with her kid in the back seat, and there's an accident, and spoilers, the kid shoots up like evil fucking Knievel through the windshield. And
wear your seatbelt.
and it does this like hilarious old school 80s Foley type of sound that I sent you the scene.
The noise that it makes when he goes through is impeccable in classic 80s style.
It's
And we were both dying
amazing.
laughing. I can't wait to see it on the big screen.
Yeah, and everybody's gonna laugh because that's how that crowd is. I love that
Yes,
crowd.
yeah.
So yeah, just
I'm
saying.
excited for that.
You should watch if you haven't. But watch In the Mouth of Madness first. I would also, other than Jurassic Park, I'd recommend In the Mouth of Madness, Possession, Event Horizon. The Omen 3 is not good, but that's where I fell in love with him.
Okay.
I was like, I didn't realize Satan was hot.
Yeah.
I was like, apparently the
Guess what?
Antichrist grew up to be hot. So, anyways. ¿Qué más? We're getting out of here soon.
I think that's it. I think we covered all our bases.
Did you do all
We
the
talked
pool
about
movies you
pools.
wanted to talk about?
I think so. I'm probably going to come think about another dozen and then be like, oh yeah, that one.
Yeah. So yeah, kids, this seemed to have worked out, and I'm gonna try to figure out next time. Maybe we'll go live from a fun horror location in Los Angeles. We'll try to do more of that, but I'm also gonna try to figure out how to do it landscape because I don't know how that works. But
This is some bullshit.
this is hilarious. John says, not quite horror. Almost every scene in Rocky Horror is iconic, but that pool scene should be mentioned.
Oh,
fuck
yep.
yes.
Yep.
Agreed, John.
And Showgirls.
And Showgirls, the
Fuck
pool
yeah.
scene in Showgirls.
We'll not reenact that, but you guys, if you haven't seen it.
It is iconic as well. I think
A lot of
those should be
splashes.
mentioned for sure.
Yes, for sure.
I love that.
great.
Aniva says Taste of Fear 1961, but renamed Scream of Fear for US, a good slow burn pool flick.
Oh.
Also, Mermaid Legend 1984, great pool revenge film.
Okay, I need to see that.
I feel like that's
I
down your
love
alley.
mermaids. Hell yeah.
Down your alley, up your alley. I don't know how to say English idioms, so
I think it's up.
it's up your alley. Anyways, you guys are awesome.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Thanks for hanging. Have a lovely evening.
Yes.
See you guys hopefully in a couple weeks. If
Yeah.
y'all are going to Comic-Con, let us know in the comments. I will be there next week hanging out.
I will not.
April will be working, but we will be back in a couple weeks, and hopefully we'll go to a little LA horror location soon.
Yeah, we're going
So.
to do some spots.
Indeed.
Stay tuned.
All right, mejos.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you.
Bye.